us. Pioneer started on my corner like the cold crush. Had smokers lining up the block like a gold rush. The saying live fast and die young is what they told us. The way that they...
And now it's time to say hello to all my geekdom friends. The Acolyte is here again. Thank God this show will end. What's good, everybody? What's good, YouTube? So this is a little bit of a impromptu thing that I'm doing right now. I'm fresh home from work. I haven't been home in over 24 hours since I left Monday morning. I'm just now coming back home. And I figured, in the vein of Batman, I would get somebody to share my dread with me, which is watching this last episode of The Acolyte. And I'm not a very clever YouTuber, so I don't know how to do this without getting catching a strike. So I figured the easiest way would be not to put it on screen, even though that would probably piss off my Patreon audience, but I can actually put the video on here later on because the important part is the review. So I'll do something different. I figured everybody watching this shit, they're watching somebody watching it. It's on. I guess I'll watch it now. So with that being said, I'm going to start this episode on the count of 3. And we're going to go on and see what we get with this shit. So a 1, a 2, a 3. Here we go. Recap. The stream was supposed to be private, but I didn't see how to put the link in there to try it. Play the audio. Audio is playing right now, Master Teacher. Hopefully you can't hear it, so they don't get me in trouble. I could just solo layout this shit and put it up. There you go. Now you can't see anything, but you can hear the audio. Maybe I'll catch a strike. What's good, Techie? I'm just starting to watch this Acolyte. It's last episode. Let's see what this bullshit is. Oh, no, he discovered her breathing in his helmet. He likes it. Uh-oh. What the fuck? Oh, that could be a problem. Can't get it off of you. How is he fighting against that shit? This is where you guys will see my actual reactions and let you know this is not Wikipedia. That's the future. Yeah, no shit. She is really my acolyte. I'm drinking rum and orange juice. You can't fight your sister. You couldn't hit her with a stun gun. This is a competition now? Dumb fucks. How do you know? How does she know where Brimdock is? Oh, they do know where Brimdock is. Nah, she not orgasm. She didn't orgasm, but she is strapped on the table, so it was close. Yeah. 50 Shades of Jedi way. It was. She was doing some Dark Phoenix shit. Can't be standing around waiting to see what happens with that. When did she get Pip again? You did start a fire, bitch. No, they died because one of us. Yeah. The fuck? Tasered in there. Every time some pertinent information comes along, I've got to break it up. Oh, fucking bad. Fuck that. Man, kill this goddamn thing. Yeah, Star Wars bombing. Bondage, exactly. Still got to thank the young girl. Sorry, I'm already in hell. I'm watching. What is she taking? A dropship? The thing is big enough to have a dropship? The fuck? Hmm. You're not even sisters. You are the power of two that become the power of one. Faithful fool. How many guys this shit gonna separate? Yeah, yeah. No, not if it's a little drop before a show. One of them. Who are you talking to? I think he'd have a better chance in there because he wouldn't smash into something big enough to destroy it. There's a lot of money on this part. Glad they didn't spend it on a script writer. Black woman doctor responsibility. PGS got jokes today. Yeah, she is dodging that shit pretty successfully, right? The truth and responsibility. You notice she shocked her when he was going to tell her the truth. You're not even sisters. You are. The fuck out. Y'all following along at home. We're about 7 minutes. What are you doing? What did I miss? Fucking badger. Brace yourself, Skip. He locked into a dock. What the fuck are you talking about? Do you need your iPhone flying around the car? Good landing. Yeah, 'cause I thought we were on the west side, of course. Yeah, because he's a moist talent. Fucking idiots. Why don't you push the button? No, it's a black dude. Holy shit! That's who's this actor? I recognize. No, he wasn't John. He was something else. She been taking views. If they're showing him now, maybe he's the Sith. If they're showing him now, he got dark robes on. That's obvious. Oh no, that's not that guy. That's not who he was. He- they just took Admiral Dalla's whole deal and Legacy of the Force. Holy shit! They just snatched all of this from Amidala. May the force be with you, asshole. Martian Manhunter. Yeah, that's what he looks like, Aquateki. Looks like that actor that played Martian Manhunter on a different show, not Smallville, because that was a different. I think it was like Supergirl. Yeah, because he let me take his ship. What up, Herb? It will kill you. Huh, Lion. You want to fuck him? You'll take that training. See what went with the sexuality? Last chance, girl. You don't know what you're missing. Oh, so you will go down on them. You definitely. You're gonna have both sisters. You smooth, you smooth. There was some of that Sith loving. No, her. They do not have an original bone in their body. Who the fuck is that? Oh, don't tell me. Oh, they did it. Oh my fucking god. It's fucking Plagueis. Oh my goodness, dude. Why? Why the fuck did they do that? Holy shit. Holy shit. I gotta see what Theory had to say about that shit. Let's see if they pull a hat trick. Oh, Yoda in this shit too. The other person. No fan wants to see in this bitch. Oh, is he using the senses to find somebody now? I didn't think they could do that. Why does that sound like Palpatine? Get your ass back on the ship. Resolution. Oh, you really going with the idea that right? Sounds like no nice. Vader part no chip. TIE fighter, but not. Oh, and it kind of looks like a snow speeder on there. Yeah, you know what they're trying to do, BGS. This is why this HR era is so problematic. Is because they set themselves in front of everything that happens from episode one all the way through eight. So whatever they do here, everything else has to mold around it. They're doing a butterfly effect, fucking it up all the way through. I don't give a damn about the showrunner talking about we're not destroying canon. Yes, the fuck you are, and you know it. I want to know what's in that hole. I'm wondering if it's a dark side nexus. I don't think a Balrog gonna jump out that bitch, but you never know. Obviously not. I saw a dude climb up the side of this bitch. Oh, he ghosted her ass. Did he do some crouching tiger shit and run up the side of the wall? Holy shit. Can't believe they put Vegas. It's not what I wanted to see. Not what I wanted to see at all. And y'all forgive me. If you cannot see the video, I don't want to fucking strike. So be disappointed. I don't know what to tell you. Most smart YouTuber can see understand. Damn, your senses ain't no good. What are we supposed to see here burnt up 16 years later? I'm wondering if we get to see Stone burn again too. Because you know what I was thinking, Aquateki? I watched House of the Dragon. I didn't see no stone burning. Just saying. I know of stone burners from the Dune, but I didn't see no stone burning in House of the Dragon. Yeah, I'm aware of that, Beastly. UGS was the one that told me to share that shit. That's probably why I'm talking so goddamn much. It's broken up. No heads up necessary. No. What the fuck? I even put the helmet on. I knew this was gonna happen. Block. Good move. Good kick. Now just saying that. Look, lightsabers are deadly now. Oh my fucking god! This is from Hero. Jet Li and fucking hell, dude. Jet Li and Donnie Yen. Oh, watch that Shoto take his arm off. Take his arm off. Take his arm off. Oh, triple kick. Donnie Yen. Come get your trademark money. Have his fucking arm. Horse push. Okay, that was a good one. I had it. Not a bad use of the force. Gave you that Tai Chi thing. Did you just go Liu Kang? You did burn the place down, bitch. I didn't kill Mama. Yeah, but you did burn this place down. This makes no sense. And I didn't think she did it. Yeah. Oh my god, this shit again? Oh my goodness. Somebody getting nuts in the face. Robo jizz in the face. You should attack me with all your strength. How do y'all have the same fighting style when you weren't trained the same? This dude's arms, though, man. I'm telling you this. Chimera's arms, that motherfucker making me miss the gym. There he is. Oh my god. Arms. You got Yeah, you hear him singing too? Yeah, she ghosted you too. We used to have them a broad daylight fight. It's a good fight that they keep cutting away from. All right, that's a beefy fight that they keep cutting away from. Woo! You know your blade gonna short out if you do that, right? Cut his lightsaber. Well, he got the end. Right down to the kyber. Good shot. There you go. Somebody got to die though. Final episode. Somebody got to die. You ain't gonna do it. Push through his throat. Push it. Lean forward. What? And here's the moment. Going with the Palpatine. Oh, he gave him the Luke moment. Will be complete. Well, they just look her. They are not original. Just stealing shit left, right, and center. What up, AB? To meet urge. Fusion Kai. Yeah, it's broken. How's it gonna work? He doesn't sense the person behind him. He about to catch a blade. It's kind of in self defense. Of course it is. My master told me not to. And I loved you. She never became a Jedi. Hmm. I know you weren't going to say love. She's choking you. She's going dark on him, huh? This is where soul dies. Why is she using the force and not the good? Yeah, your love will kill you, homie. Oh, this bullshit again. Making the storm bleed. I could tell you, lame. No, she's gonna have a little red lightsaber, man. Like everybody saw this from episode one. They're gonna do the switch, and the good one's gonna be the bad one. The bad one. Yeah, Soul had to die. He's not gonna make it out of the show. All these people gonna fucking die. And now you're gonna be shocked because she actually killed a Jedi without a weapon? Now your journey to the dark side is complete. Come with me, Acolyte. Got tools. He has his saber. But it's really- more evil than you. You're jealous now? Eyes turn black. No? Nah. What the fuck? I hate that stone changing, making stone bleed. I don't like that. I do not like that shit. And he senses his master. Yeah, see? Told you. Told you that was his fucking master. Yeah, Whitmar's boy. He was a slave. Probably where he learned to use sexuality to turn people. Where the fuck did this thing come from? Oh my goddamn. We ain't going together. He ghosted. Scared of the old master. Get the fuck out of here. Everybody else has climbed mountains and whatever. Whatever. More dumb shit can happen in this show than can be held. Yeah, because this is how a franchise dies. This is how common sense dies. That's for damn sure. Why are you following your sister? She knows the way out and that you don't know. You know, both live here. No, bitch. Why would I? I have to tell the truth. No, they found an orifice in a hole. Interesting. Oh, straight out of Empire. Is it going to keep lighting up? You got stuck into it. Didn't I just say Empire? Holy shit, dude. Fuckers are not original. Why'd you bring more Jedi? No, so it wasn't Soul, was it? Hmm. Okay. Do we even use clicks in Star Wars? Use the tractor? Oh, tracker? Oh, I guess that's the good thing he showed up, huh? Fighter, because we got to see the double dome get whipped out again. I mean, that's Leslie's wife, man. She got to have a fight scene. She already showed her lightsaber. Fuck no. Hell no. As far as I know, this thing is canceled already. What are they? Oh my god! Fucking smelling bullshit again. You get this dumbass creature out of here, man. Fuck, stupid shit. Oh, they made it to the Bunta tree. So let me see. Since they made it to the Bunta tree, are we going to have an Avatar moment where they get merged back together through the power of the tree? You think so? Let's see. Damn, are they gonna kiss or what? With the speed run off. Fusion co and yes, AB. Nobody saw that shit coming. Oh, they use Basil to find shit. All these goddamn Jedi and they ain't got no sense of using the force. Perma mind wipe? Fuck out of there. What you gonna be? A mechanic? What? What was that about? I'm not caring about tears shit. They're not, it's not ripping me at all. She won't remember you, so what difference would it make? Homecoming. Hmm. I would think something like that would take a little bit more time and more finesse, not just a hand wave. So no Avatar scene, but they did wipe her mind. Okay, so she's C3PO now. Shut up, Pompadour. Shit, dude. Yeah, I will check. She gonna go to jail somewhere. Why should bring the picture? Yeah, these characters. You didn't even get to fight your Padawan. You gonna do give her memories back? Cause you brought me in cuffs. Disgraced Jedi Master Soul. Oh, thanks for telling me. Thanks for telling me. I didn't need to. Oh, that's John Jones from Supergirl. Yeah, Alexa. What Jermaine's fault? It's always Jermaine's fault. What about Master and Dara? Yeah, thanks for telling me. Fuck, just tell her everything now. Mhm. And this is where we. How? You're a joke. I fucking told you. Turned evil. Evil? Maybe boring. Yes, it is. Quite. That motherfucker got some arms. What? You did not miss arm day. Okay, I'm like, yeah, baby. It's me and you now. Yeah, look. Intimacy. Fucking kidding me?
Sorry.
Don't be let it be Yoda. Ah, god damn it! Who wrote this piece of shit? Jason McCliff? You. Oh my god, dude. I don't see anything else happening. Thank fucking goodness. Now I got to do a reaction to this shit. All right, y'all in here. I'll do this reaction live because I can do shit like that because I'm not Wikipedia uploaded. Hot flicks. Hey, you got to get entertained by something, don't you? All right. Y'all will bear with me for editing purposes, I'm going to drop this other intro so I can go ahead and give my reaction and cut this out and put it up later because I don't think this watch party will stay up at all. I don't think I'll leave it up at all. But I have to put something up for my Patreon folks since I did this impromptu. So, hold tight for a hot second and we'll get with this intro. What's up, YouTube? It's me, the Artisan MC, and today I am going to give you my reaction to the Acolyte, episode 8. The finale. I don't know what the title was. I didn't even read the title. Well, now. There were two things that happened in this episode that I was really hoping I did not see. And I saw them. And that has me feeling some kind of way about that. Mostly, though, I can say that while things in this episode were supposed to be kind of surprising and shocking, the only shocking thing that happened here was the amount of cannon breaking that they actually did. And the stinger, so to speak, being that somebody I did not want to see. I audibly did not want to see this fucking person in this show. Letting it know that they are complicit in this whole incident, this whole freaking ordeal of there being a dark side user, Jedi's being killed and everything. I am not happy with that shit at all. Now, this episode picks up, and I'm not going to give you a full review because you can go torture yourself if you want to. I'm recording this review, and I want to be done with this shit after Sunday. I don't ever want to talk about this show again. But inevitably, I will have to because it messes up so much in the Star Wars timeline. Now, this episode picks up with Master Soul and May on his ship, and her having had the recount from Soul about what he actually did, and giving Soul a little bit of crap about why he did not tell Osha all of this. Now, there are reasons for this stuff, but I think he should have told her. I do think Soul should have told Osha what happened after she was made his Padawan. He could have told her that shit. Because once the council let him have her as a Padawan, as old as she was, he could have told her all of that shit. He could have told her the truth. She was already his Padawan. So the whole point of you being afraid was alleviated. He didn't. He struggled with it because he wanted to save both of them. Okay. I didn't really get that from this 8 episodes of this show because you was so fixated and up Osha's ass. I didn't think you cared about really saving the other one. She was a lost cause. But okay, maybe you did want to save both of them, and maybe you were disappointed by that shit. Okay, truth be told. Okay, fine, whatever. Now, Osha using Pip, which I didn't think she had back on her hip yet, was able to free herself from her 50 Shades of Jedi bondage table and give Soul the taser shock, which really made me laugh. It was just funny as shit to me because in modern day terms, what does a woman do with a creeper? You tase him. You give him Mr. Zappity. Okay, it's just what you do. You give him a little bit of Mr. Zappity, and then you get away, which is what May did. She escaped into a little drop ship and gets off of Soul's ship and flies down to the planet because they have come close to Brindok. Now, what I'm just piecing together is that she flew through the rings of a planet, and it was the blue planet, the blue moon outside of Brindok, which is interesting to think about it now, but utterly fucking pointless in the case that all you have is a reason for the two of them to crash land on Brindok. May crashes, Soul lands. Basil is still there. I'm waiting for this fucking muskrat to catch a lightsaber in the head. Unfortunately, he doesn't. So this is going to be a shit episode on that. For me, it's going to be a shit episode because nobody killed Basil. I'm sick of seeing that damn thing. Shitty ass Muppet. Anyway, while Soul lands on the planet Brindok, he uses the Force to switch back on his transponder. So the Jedi Council or the Jedi on Coruscant can actually find his ship and realize he went back to Brindok. Surprise, surprise. And Master Venestra is told of this by, I don't know, Jedi Knight Moist Talet Pompadour. And she gives him the orders to ready her ship because these Jedi spend a lot of time running back and forth to places that they could have just went to directly, wasting time in the show. But what we get in the scene back on Coruscant is that Master Venestra gets to talk to this chancellor. I'm forgetting his name, not the chancellor. He's a senator. I'm forgetting his name, but it's an actor I recognize, and he was in Supergirl as John Jones. I don't remember his name because I'm doing this right after watching the episode. So forgive me if I don't recall his name because I didn't watch Supergirl a bunch. I didn't care for the show. But I knew about Martian Manhunter being on this show and the actor, the black man that they had playing him. And I recognized him right off. He's a pretty decent actor. He had a little bit role in this. I don't know why they showed this senator. They didn't need to show this senator at all unless this senator ties into something in this High Republic books that I refuse to fucking read. I can't bring myself to read this stuff. I bought one of them. I refuse to read it. My body does not want me to read that book. It doesn't. Sorry. It just refuses. Now, what you get from this scene of Master Venestra and the senator talking is completely ripped from the Fate of the Jedi series for what Admiral Dalla, who was a Moff in the Imperial Remnant, really went into with the Jedi after the actions of Jason Solo. Now, Admiral Dalla is one of my cool characters that I like from that because she is a Moff. She is, there. But her whole goal with getting into the Galactic Senate and what she was doing with the Jedi was to bring the Jedi under military control. And her main point was, which was a good one, and I've mentioned it on my show before, is that she understood that the galaxy getting plunged into another galactic civil war always happened because of Sith. And that these Sith always were Jedis first. So to eliminate the fact of having to deal with another damn galactic war because of one of these Jedis who turned rogue and went Sith, she was just going to bring the Jedi under damn control or get rid of them, which was a valid point. From a perspective of somebody on the outside of this shit, yeah, that's a valid point. If we don't have any Jedi, we don't have any Sith. And the galaxy will be grateful. So she had a good point. This is kind of stolen from her in this show with the senator talking about how he wants to bring the Jedi under control because they're too emotional. And that the Senate needs to have some oversight over them. Okay, I can see that a little bit. I can see it a little bit. It goes further from this because once you understand what was going on in episode 1 and how the Senate was watching the Jedi and how the Jedi were, clouded in the Force around the Senate, you can see that happening. It has threads that go forward. Okay, some more canon kind of altering stuff. Not exactly breaking, but it's altering it a little bit. Okay, whatever the fuck. Right. Now, on this planet of Brendock, you do have May escaping from Seoul and trying to get back to the place where, she lived, the little mining colony, the little base. Now, on Unknown Planet with Osha and Chimere, you get to find out what happens after Osha puts on Chimere's sensory deprivation helmet and seeing that Osha is rarely powerful in the Force, not the thread, in the sense that Chimere cannot take it off of her. While he smiles at her having the helmet on, like, yeah, she wearing my shit. That's cool. He can't take it off of her. His eyes start turning black because she's kind of controlling him and putting him in that, I guess, the sunken place to where he cannot, really have full control of his faculties. The place that Master Tobin and Kalnaka went. Well, apparently Chimere can, tolerate that shit and is able to force his way, push through, and actually grab the helmet off of Osha, realizing that she is really powerful in the Force. Now, from this, Osha does have a vision. And the vision she has is of May with a Soul's lightsaber outstretched and Master Soul there. And Chimere kind of directs her into understanding that this is a vision of the future and what could happen next. So she's going to go ahead and figure she knows where they're going to be. She knows who's going to be there. She needs to be there to find out, what happens. And Chimere agrees to let her use his ship to go ahead and go do this. Now, at this point, I think I'm just going to blow the lid off the shit because I really don't want to talk about this shit again after I do this. So this is just switch from a reaction to a review. Just to let y'all know. Spoilers. Well, fuck it. But the show sucks, so what difference does it make to spoil it? You'll hear some loud sucking sounds. That's a spoiler. Now, from this point, Chimere and Osha decide to go on his ship and go to Brendock to see about May and Master Soul. And while they are walking out with their gear together and going to the ship, we get an image that I did not want to fucking see in this shit. I did not want to see this. And it gave me the most audible fucking, I don't even like using this term sometimes, but fanboy disgust at seeing this little grizzled hand come from around the wall and grab onto the doorway. And then the shadowy visage of what you can see is Darth Plagueis in this damn hovel. I'm like, get the fuck out. Oh my God, dude. I ain't gonna have enough ducks for this part. This pissed me off. Now, I have not read my Darth Plagueis book. I showed it to you guys on Sunday. I have it. I bought it when it came out. I have not read it. Okay, so I don't know all the rest of the lore that goes into that book, but I'm trusting theory that it's really good, right? Fine. Knowing what I know about Darth Plagueis, I did not want him showing up in this show. I did not want anybody from further canon showing up in this show to have to give this show any more weight to the fact that it can be cut out from the timeline and never fucking have existed, just like the rest of them episodes, episode 8 and 9 after The Force Awakens. I wanted these things excised. I wanted somebody to buy Star Wars and be able to cut this shit out cleanly, and we never have to think about it and never have to talk about it again like it got eaten by Alive in Marvel Universe. It just got eaten, and you'll never see this shit again. No. They went and put fucking Darth Plagueis in this shit. I'm like, why the fuck do you want to do that? You are not a good enough writer to even be touching this character. And we talked about this on the Hero's Journey Sunday. No, I don't want them to do shit else with anybody that we know of. Nobody. Don't touch anything else. You fuck it up enough. Stop it. Just quit. No, she put Plagueis in this shit. I'm like, oh my fucking God. So that means now canon is broken in the sense that now Plagueis does not have the weight that he should have for himself. Apparently, he learned some stuff from Chimere. Or maybe Chimere was his acolyte. Who fucking knows? I didn't like that shit. It really upset me. It really upset me because it is, to me, a shameless ploy, whatever you want to call it, to validate this fucking show. To make you have to watch this show now, to tie this piece of shit ass show for 8 episodes in the canon to where you can't dismiss it anymore. And also to fuck up all the rest of that work. So James Lucino, you need to talk to this bitch about, probably ruining your work. Probably ruining your work, I would think. So you might want to holler at her. Be that as it may. Chimere and Osha set off to Brindok. Now, eventually, all parties are going to have to come to bear on Brindok, right? And once everybody is there on Brindok, you get Osha, or May, making her way in. Soul has to make his own way in because the door is still locked. And then you get Chimere and Osha here as well. And given a moment, Chimere ghosts Osha and he just gone, right? So eventually everybody ends up inside and you get this scene with May and Osha in Osha's old room. And you get the two twins meeting each other again and getting to talk. Now, the conversation is such that May tells her that no, Soul killed our mother. I didn't do all of this, which is a fucking lie. She did. She did burn down everything. We saw it twice. We saw it twice. It was all you. Episode 3, episode 7, we saw you burn this bitch down. Sitting there in front of your sister saying you didn't do all this is fucking pointless. Okay? You did it. You did burn this place down. Okay? The stone that can burn by your hands. Stupid. The part that Osha did not know was that Soul killed their mama. Now, for me, Soul did that shit in self-defense. Because I don't know about you, but if I was standing next to somebody who start going full Dark Phoenix on me and turn it into whatever, Black Fire or whatever the hell else, I probably would have stabbed it too or got the hell out of there. Sorry. You was doing some witchy shit. I don't know what you're doing, but I don't feel safe around it. It's just going to be a problem, okay? Given the situation was kind of tense, I don't blame him for that too much. I would say that Mother Anastasia did some dumb shit. It was dumb. You probably should have did that at that moment. It probably should have calmed the hell down. Especially since Soul reveals that he was trying to save both the girls. Well, you was misting one of them. He didn't want that to happen. He thought she was in danger. He stabbed you. I don't blame Soul for that. But needless to say, Osha hears the truth. The Soul killed him. Right? And because she's grown up with this idea that her sister was responsible for all this, which she was, they get into a fight. Whatever the hell. Now, the fight is not too interesting, but the thing to me that sticks out about it is that the both of them have the same fighting style, which should be ridiculous. One got some Jedi training. One has been trained by a Sith who had some Jedi training. They shouldn't have the same fighting styles, I don't think. Even saying it right now, I don't think they should have the same fighting styles, especially not to the point that they, you know, choreographing the same moves back to back like mirror images. I mean, that gets into some twin dragon shit, right? But whatever. It's kung fu fighting in Star Wars. Weird shit is probably bound to happen. Now, while the twins are having this conversation, and Soul is walking the grounds inside the I don't even know what we're going to call it, a monastery, the mining company, whatever the fuck. Cole and Chimere, Soul and Chimere get to see each other again and have a little bit of fight. Now, the fight scene here, where it wasn't hella remarkable, it had some good moments in it that I liked. Just watching it, there were some moments in it that I liked. There's some other shit that just looked like they're just swinging sticks and not really doing a technique or anything. But for the most part, it was all right. Now, there was a point in the fight that I'm screaming at the damn screen that Soul should have cut Chimere's arm off, and he didn't. He had the opportunity. He had his arm trapped completely. He had control of that left arm. He should have cut that motherfucker off. Because in my mind, if I got somebody who can dual wield two lightsabers and I got one of these arms trapped, I'm cutting that other motherfucker off. That one's going. You lost that. That's over, buddy. You can forget that. I'm gonna give him the same shit Anakin got when Dooku was fighting with him and he picked up two lightsabers. What did he get? He lost an arm. Okay, we're gonna cut this shit down to size. You're gonna be fighting at a deficit from here on out. But he didn't do that. Okay, it's a missed opportunity. I don't like shit like that. That's a lapse in logic to me, because I would have been just knocking the saber out of his hand. Keep holding it, but I'm taking his arm. This arm is going, buff or not. This arm is going, man. So there were some moments in the fight that I liked. There was other moments in the fight that I thought were fucking stupid, but it was decent. It's not better than anything I've seen and anything that George's did. It's not. It's not. I don't know who you're getting for your fight choreography, but you should have got somebody who know how to use swords or something. I don't know. Even with martial arts, somebody, and not just the demonstration team. Okay, somebody that actually learns how to fight with this shit. Because most of the time, it just look like they swinging shit. They're swinging sticks. Now, at a point in the fight, Soul gets the upper hand, and Chimere is disarmed, and one of his weapons is destroyed. And he is held at the tip of the blue blade. Now, to me, this is another stupid point where Soul does not kill this dude. He got the lightsaber at his neck, and he doesn't push that shit through the soft parts. I don't know what he's waiting on. I really don't. Now, he does get attacked by May, right, to get him to drop his saber. But he should have killed Chimere at that point. It shouldn't have been no hesitation on that, because there was no hesitation on Chimere's part about killing him anytime or trying to kill him anytime. What are you hesitating for? You're in a life or death situation fight. What are you waiting on? It was just dumb. Like, the power of plot compels you not to take this motherfucker's life. Whatever. I guess the number of Jedi he already killed in front of your face don't matter. But okay, all right, whatever the fuck. We need a reason for these goofy ass twins to intervene. Now, while May is able to disarm Soul, which Chimere couldn't do in all their fighting, she gets to have a little conversation with Soul and get him to say the thing that we all know now, and he has never said out loud. Now, this is another part in this where it's stupid as shit to me, that Jedis in this shit don't have senses. They don't have senses. They don't sense anything. Even with the displays of lightsaber combat and force uses that we see, this motherfucker can't sense anything. It just makes no sense to me. So while he's being led, parroted to say all this stuff, he don't sense Osha right behind him listening to this. Who has picked up his lightsaber all of a sudden? His broken lightsaber, mind you. She hears him say, like, yes, he did kill the mother. Well, yeah. So? I don't give a fuck. So what? Your mother was doing some crazy shit that day. And I didn't know what she was about to do with this whole Phoenix Forum shit. I don't know what was happening. But I know I didn't want to be on the business end of it. Now Osha is pissed off from hearing this. You did that? You lied to me all the time? Yeah, but so what? He told you why. The Jedi Council wouldn't have let you be trained at all to be a Jedi, which I thought was stupid because she still never became a Jedi. But if they knew the truth, Soul wouldn't have gotten to train her, which didn't take anyway because she ran away. So her being mad is, yeah, you can be mad that your mama got killed, but if he told you, yeah, your mama, she went smoke on us. It was about to take us out, as far as I knew. It was a crazy time that day. I got my boy, the Wookiee Kalnaka, sitting here trying to kill me and Master Tobin. It was some wild shit going on that day. And your mother Coral, yeah, that bitch was trying to kill us. Y'all was about to have a whole civil war in here. It was a strange day. So while I understand the character of Osha should be upset, I don't see the turn going the way it went. It didn't make much logical sense to me. It wasn't fun, put it that way. Now, what happens in this moment is something that other reviewers have said from the beginning of this shit that we were going to see, which was the whole Freaky Friday part of it with the good twin that you were following through this whole episode juxtapositioning with the bad twin. And now the good twin is the bad twin. And she uses some Darth Vader shit and force choke Soul to death before he can say, I loved you, which I knew he was going to say, but they cut it off because everything the Soul says that's of importance gets broken up and cut off in this show, especially in the last 2 episodes. So she force chokes Soul in front of Chimere and May and kills him. While Chimere is over there giving, the Emperor Palpatine shit. Do it and complete your walk to the dark side. Motherfucker. My buddy Joe Herb says it best, that these people are not original. They don't have an original idea. They don't. And here you see it. A character created for this show spitting out lines that were already said in a better show. Verbatim. I hate that kind of shit. With a passion. I roll my eyes every time I see it. Now, while Soul has now left his body, become not one with the Force, but just, snuffed out. Now we get this interaction with Osha in the sense that because she was feeling so much anger and using the Force and Soul's lightsaber was broken, that it contacting her skin made the kyber crystal turn red. And when Chimere comes up to her to talk to her, she pulls the blade out on him, and you get to see the blade go from blue to red. It's supposed to be dramatic. It's supposed to be epic. I don't give a fuck. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. I've hated that since I heard it was introduced in the Clone Wars thing. Show. Cartoon. I've hated it since then. This is a Dave Filoni thing. I fucking hate that idea. Because it removes the whole point of kyber crystals being something that you can actually mine and get different colors of. I didn't need this whole emotional turmoil situation to have a red lightsaber. That was dumb as fuck to me. So what does it mean if you have an orange saber? You really passive? It's fucking stupid to me. It's dumb as fuck to me. But apparently he loves it. And so does this goofy bro. So we get it in there. You get to see it in live action. A crystal being turned, being bled, and the lightsaber turning colors. Whoop-de-fucking-do. You might as well made it a rainbow. Because now she has Master Soul Saber and completing her work to the dark side by killing a Jedi without a weapon and taking that Jedi's weapon and making it her own. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Whoop-de-do. Now, this little confab of the dark side gets broken up really quickly because while the twins were fighting and Soul and Chimera were fighting, Vanestra and her complement of Jedi, I don't know, wet blankets showed up, and they making their way into the little mining base. And all of a sudden, since Chimera has his helmet off, he gets the sense of, oh shit, my old master here. And he runs. He pieces the fuck out. He puts his helmet on and pieces the fuck out. And everybody else sitting there looking stuck like, what the fuck going on? Now, apparently, they have senses again, and they realize that the Jedi are here. More Jedi are here. And May and Soul decide to escape this little mining colony. And May leaves Osha on the trail that she took when Master Soul couldn't catch both of them. Now, this was the part that bothered me because I'm laughing about it when I watched it, that she talks about when she fell, she got sucked through this shaft. And I'm looking at the shaft when they get into it and it's lighting up as she walks. So I say, oh, I made just the quip about, Empire Strikes Back. And sure enough, she says she gets sucked into this shit and say, oh, fuck, it's legitimately Empire Strikes Back. Get the not original. Nothing fucking original in this show, dude. This is the part that bothers me so much. Stop saying you creating something when all you're doing is take it. You're not making anything. I'm not praising you for stealing from something else, from better works. I'm not praising you for that shit. I praise you for writing your own fucking story and it being good. I can't praise you for stealing and marveling about how much you stole. Oh my God. No, man. The fuck? So you get them walking through this corridor, they leave, and you get Master Vanestra coming in and realizing, she sensed her old Padawan. And I got to say, okay, yeah, I was right. That was her old, slave. That's why she used the whip on him. Now, I thought we were going to get a moment in this courtyard with Master Vanestra looking at Soul's body and Chimera in the cuts with the helmet on, making sure Master Vanestra Xavier doesn't sense him. But no, we didn't get none of that shit. I was like, oh, okay, I guess they didn't want to pay for the fight training for Leslie's wife. All right, whatever the fuck. I thought we were going to see the Double Dawn whipped out again, but apparently that one episode is all we get of that. So a lot of hype for nothing. Fucking flat levers, whatever. But everybody escapes the planet, and while Basil, the muskrat in question, shows up to this complement of Jedi, going out 5 clicks, which I don't remember Star Wars ever using clicks or seconds, but that's just me. Securing the perimeter. They use Badger or Basil, the muskrat, to sniff May's pack and track her to where they're going. Oh, goody. Now, May leads Osha back to the Bunta tree, and I was wrong in assuming that I was going to get an Avatar moment where they just, swap consciousnesses back into the same body or some shit like that. Since Soul had revealed to him, they're not twins at all. They're the same person, which means to me, I'm waiting for some Dragon Ball Z Fusion Kai shit to happen. Didn't happen. Disappointed. What does end up happening is that even in his sensory deprivation helmet, Chimere can sense them. The rest of this complement of Jedi can't sense a fucking thing. They need a whole muskrat to let them track them to the spot. Chimere found them pretty easy and got there ahead of them. Whatever. And the plan is to leave May behind. Osha will go with Chimere and be his acolyte. They're going to leave May behind and they're going to wipe her mind. And she won't remember her sister or Chimere. We just go hand wave all over this bad shit. And that's what happens. Strangely enough, it works with just a little hand wave. I think anything psychic like that should take a little bit more time, a little bit more finesse. But no, apparently Chimere has this kind of power to do that shit. So he wipes her mind. He wipes May's mind. And May is left there dressed like Osha when the Jedi arrive at the Bunta tree to take her into custody for the people that she's killed. Awesome. Now, the moment that was supposed to make you cry in this was when May and Osha actually hug it out and say goodbye to each other. And May does not remember the words to their little chant that they had together, which didn't make me feel anything. I didn't feel shit for that. I didn't. I felt no stirring of anything, story-wise or none of that. I'm just like, whatever the fuck. I'm just watching it like whatever. It made no difference to me. Didn't make any difference. So Osha or May getting arrested didn't mean anything to me either. She don't know what the hell she did. So what are you going to do? Put her in prison? Both these characters live? Oh, good. This got to be a problem for 80 years. Now, the epilogue, or just the closing out of this episode, has May return to Coruscant in cuffs and getting brought to Master Venestra's office for Master Venestra to give the most insightful line ever of like, do you know why you're here? And my thinking is, because a bunch of Jedi brought me in cuffs to your office. What the fuck do you want? Exactly. And what we get from Master Venestra is her feeding May all the information that she does not fucking know. Even about having a sister that she doesn't remember and does not know. And you get the understanding that Master Venestra is going to use May and make her a Jedi. She is. She's going to use her. Now, they've already done the dirty deed, or Master Venestra has already done the dirty deed with sullying Soul, meaning that in a strange twist of fate, the way Soul and Anara lied about what happened on Brindok, Master Venestra lies about what happened on Brindok and blames everything on Master Soul. That it was Master Soul who wiped out all these Jedi. He was responsible for these other, masters being killed because he couldn't deal with the grief of what he did after 16 years. So he went ahead and killed everybody. Soul gets tarnished as a Jedi. The Jedi have something to throw to the Senate as, we're doing our own oversight or whatever. And this is what we found. We had a rogue Jedi. Lone nut. Gotta love it. And it wasn't us. It was him. He not like us. I didn't like that idea. I thought it was bullshit. But in a weird kind of way, that's the way it would work out. He's the only one dead. He's the last one of the 4 that was dead. Can't nobody dispute the story. The only person that could got her mind wiped. The other one is in the wind with the dark side, having a good time, waiting to get some of that dark force. So why the hell not blame it all on him? I do not think it stops anything, but I do get the indication that Master Vanestra is just going to turn around and use May. That May will end up being a Padawan in the Jedi Order all over again, like her sister was before her. And she will be trained and show up again later somewhere. I don't know, but somewhere. Now, the last objectionable point to this happens a little after you get the wrap up with Chimere and Osha. And what you see is them back on unnamed planet, standing on the rocky outcropping from the ship, and Osha just looking out into the nothingness, staring at water, which I fucking hated in Ahsoka. I hated that whole episode of Ahsoka. A whole episode of people just staring out at water. It's not interesting at all. But Osha standing there and Chimere coming up to her and wrapping his hand around hers while she's holding Soul's lightsaber. And I'm like, oh, she about to get some of that dark force. Yeah, she's going to be a whole acolyte. And they just standing there looking off into the distance like it's supposed to give you some symbolic Luke Skywalker looking off at the desert in the sun setting on Tatooine vibes. It didn't give me that vibes at all. It looked fucking ridiculous. Why is he holding her hand? Because he about to fuck. And she's sort of grinning, right? I'm like, whatever. But that point, the epilogue to this is the final episode of this, the final part of this, which just really got my goat. And like I said earlier, there were 2 characters I did not want to see show up in this shit. One of them was Plagueis. I didn't want anybody connected to Palpatine, none of that, to show up in this at all. I did not want them to show up in this at all. The other one was a character I hadn't heard about being hinted about being in this shit over a year ago when they were talking about this show. And I remember hearing the arguments about Hedlund and KK and George going back and forth on this character showing up in this stuff, that they didn't want the character to show up. But apparently KK can't resist tearing down everything. And you get the final scene of Master Vanestra coming into a room and talking to her master. And the camera pans down to reveal the back of Master Yoda's head. And I'm like, oh, now your defeat is complete. The destruction is complete. Now you have the biggest canon breaking moment of all, which is you have Yoda as I don't even want to say a co-conspirator. You have Yoda having knowledge of this Sith dark side person happening, because the way the scene is crafted, Master Vanestra is coming to tell Yoda what the fuck happened for real. Really what happened, which makes Master Yoda a fucking liar in the Phantom Menace. They already screwed up I'm saying his name wrong, Kyle Mundi, by having him in this shit when he ain't even supposed to be born yet. They already fucked it up with that. So they just turned the 2 people who would sit in Phantom Menace, or not Phantom Menace, but forget the movie, but understand that Sith have not been around for a millennia, having knowledge of this dark side person with a red lightsaber running around and killing these Jedi and everything else, and they just sitting on the council and ain't saying shit. Are you fucking kidding me? You've got to be fucking shitting me. That was for me the death of Star Wars. Cannon just bow, blown up, finished. Like, is nothing sacred? Is nothing sacred anymore? You have people who cannot create their own material to save a fucking life, constantly destroying somebody else's better work. Constantly. I didn't want to see Yoda in this shit. I didn't want to see Plagueis. I didn't want to see Yoda. I didn't want to see Ears, Green, nothing. I didn't want to see him at all in this. But they could not resist in putting his ass in this. That's a KK move. And now you just ruin who Yoda is to people because she can't resist trying to use it. This series has been a shit show, and not in the funny sense where it's just like, people passing jabs around or whatever. No, it's been a shit show in writing, in acting, in storytelling, in consistency with characters' motivation, and how the Jedi behave, how Darksiders behave, the character usage, the canon breaking. It has been a shit show on monumental levels that really ruins Star Wars in a sense. If Plagueis and Yoda had not showed up into this, like I told you guys, I'd be able to watch this and totally divorce it from anything else canon. I'd have my 6 episodes in my extended universe and my legend stuff, and I'd be good. Just don't touch this. I'm cool. You can do whatever the fuck you want out there. But no, these goofy motherfuckers had to make sure they tied that shit in to everything, which is my problem with this HR High Republic era altogether. The place where it's positioned, it changes what you know of the High Republic, not the High Republic, but the Old Republic, and it changes everything that comes behind it from episode 1 on. Changes everything. Everything can be blown up now because it is inconsistent. And that was one of the things I loved about the Star Wars universe above all others. Above all others, the consistency in its canon was tight. This bitch ruined it in 8 episodes. Ruined it in 8 episodes. Why? Because these people are not creative. These are not artists. They're plagiarists, but they're not artists. These people are not talented. They don't deserve to have any praise for nothing that they put out in this. And this being the finale is good, because if I had to watch another goddamn episode of this show, I'd want to stab myself in the eyeballs. I would have to go and get a frontal lobotomy so I can watch this shit and try to be entertained. Because the most entertaining thing coming out of this, for me, is this right here.
Power of one, the power of two, the power of many. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
That's the most entertaining shit. It is a meme that will live forever in infamy for how ridiculous this show was. How adolescent the writing was. I can expect this from a 10-year-old. I can't expect this from supposed to be a full-grown woman. For all her talk, all her bullshit, all her hype about what this show was supposed to be, it's kind of like Frozen and Kill Bill and all. No, it wasn't. This is just shit you stole from. What makes it kind of like Star Wars? Because I never referred to this show as being part of Star Wars. I'll call it the Acolyte, but I will not do it the justice of saying Star Wars Acolyte. No, fuck you. It's not. It's not. It is some offshoot. It's some Splinter Realm shit. Until you start putting Plagueis and Yoda in this shit. From my understanding, there is no season 2 happening. She can keep playing coy with these interviews and shit all she wants to. From my understanding, there is no season 2 happening. Disney put a kibosh on that. And she fighting them with lawsuits and shit like that to try to make a season 2 happen. Can you get on X and hashtag? No, I ain't hashtagging shit. You want a hashtag? Fire her. Hashtag, get the fuck out of here. I will need, I say this humorously, but I will need therapy after this. You know what my therapy will be? Watching episodes of better Star Wars shows. That will be my therapy. To show me how it was done when it was done right. When it was done by George. And not what it was done by Kathleen Kennedy or Leslie Headland. Or Dave Filoni. Because I'm sick of the gaggle of you bitches. And I do mean 3 bitches. I'm sick of y'all. I'm glad this show is over. I am so glad this show is over. You cannot believe. Because it has been crawling over 100 miles of broken glass. And I just want time to heal up. That's all I need. I've made it. I made it to the finish line. Can you get me some peroxide and alcohol and some tweezers so I can pull this glass out of my belly and heal the fuck up? Because this is just, this is worse than character assassination. It is. It's worse than that. And I still, to this day, feel so bad for George that he has to live to see them do this shit to his child. The universe he birthed and created. I hate that he has to see that shit. That breaks my fucking heart to know that he has to see this. And the only thing that gives me a little praise is when you hear interviews that he says he hasn't watched any of it. Like, thank God, George. Thank God, dude. You don't want to. Don't ever watch it, dude. Don't let nobody tell you about it. Don't let nobody give you a spoiler. Don't ever watch this, George. Please don't. I'm a fan. An old 50-year-old fan. You know, one of these ones that they say don't know Star Wars. I don't want you to ever watch this. I don't want you to hear about this. This is heartbreaking, dude. This is heartbreaking. How they have come in and just want to destroy everything that you've created, that you spent your life working on. I don't know why somebody would have this much hatred for you. Really, I really don't. I really don't understand why somebody would have this much hatred for what you created. Unless I understand that they're a bunch of fucking no talent ass jealous bitches. So with that cheery note, I'm going to end this review of the Acolyte episode 8, the finale. Thank God we lived through it. Oh, Jesus. Like, share, subscribe. Support the stream if you feel so inclined. I will go on to watching something else better. And the next review you see me do will be for something that's a lot better and more worth your time of watching than this shit. Shout out to Rapman and Supercell. I will see you guys next time and cheer your spirits. Peace. And we're back. Now I can see what your comments are because I saw the comments running up when I was doing this. So let's scroll back and see what y'all got to say. I will take that down and put my flourishes on it, and that review will be back up. So the channel does like views. Wasting money, really, really, really. Okay, yawn. So let's see what we got here. So they're going to wipe her memory like Worf's brother, Kern and DS9. Yes. Yes, they are. AB said in his Homer Simpson voice, boring. Yep. You're right. LXST still has the best comment so far. It's always Jermaine's fault. Yeah, apparently it's what Soul's first name is. Master Jermaine Soul. Now you know what his full name is. Soul's fault. Jeez. Jiminy Cricket, boy. You didn't know just Jedi had buses? Yeah, no shit. AB is still with the boring. So you killed him while he was knocked out just to cover your ass about your Padawan. Okay, yeah. So she lying about something now. Mighty funny in this shit that all the female Jedi Masters are some lying little bitches, ain't they? Lying. Throw anybody under the bus. They escaping responsibility like a mug. Coyote P. I like the word coyote. So do you like the show? Do I like the show? Was that a serious question? What is this? Dave Filoni's code name? No, I don't fucking like this show. I like it to laugh at. It's fun for comedy purposes. It's good for making some funny memes out of it because it's so bad. But it's not good to watch as a thinking person who knows anything about Star Wars. No. I'm waiting to talk to my nephew to see what he liked about this damn show. Because admittedly, he knows nothing about Star Wars. So this is the most Star Wars thing he's actually seen at 8. I'm waiting to see what the fuck he got to tell me. Aquatech was like, no. I saw that one from Hitflix. Who'd they piss on now? Herb. You gotta watch this episode. If you watched any of the rest of the episodes, you have to watch this episode just to get it in your system so you can shit it all out at once. Right? You've been eating bad burrito for 3/4 of it. Might as well finish the last quarter and get it the fuck over with. Poop it out all at the same time so it's gone and done. Ugh. Yeah, it was a finale. Finally. A series finally. Ooh. And Cannon has left the building. You're right about that, Aquatech. Cannon has left the building. Now Master Yoda is a fucking liar. Complicit liar. Did they put Mace in this shit too? They got to knock out the Trinity, or did they just discount that black man? Who was the master? Who was the master? Plagueis was there. Was he the master? Never really said it, but they got somebody creeping in the dark. Like she's sitting in that fucking cave and she couldn't feel him. Didn't see him? He must be into shadow building or something. What up, Noir Truth? He said, good evening, brethren. More dumbass music. I ain't listening to the music. I don't give a fuck about that show anymore. I can't, except for the fact that we're going to have to talk about it again more than once. Didn't even watch it. So, yeah, AB, but you hardly ever watch anything. Never watch this shit when it's happening. It's okay. You saved yourself. It should have you dialyzing. TVA agents can't even prune this timeline. No, we need to call out Alliance. They don't get to prune this one. You need the whole beast to come eat this shit and drop it down a hole somewhere. Beastly Nerd said, why do they keep drawing from Legends if it's not canon? Why make it Legends if they're going to do cherry pick from it. Yeah, somebody else has said that comment too. It is stupid because here's the biggest thing I said, and I said this from Force Awakens, that Kylo Ren was nothing but Jason Solo, mixed, mashed up. They do that so they don't have to be creative. They don't have to give any credence to any work that was done before them that is better, but they get to steal from it as much as they fucking want to and remix it into something that, see, look, Kylo Ren. Nah, that's Jason Solo, bitch. What are you doing? His name is Ben Solo. No, there is no such thing as a Ben Solo. There's a Ben Skywalker and a Jason Solo, but you can't smash them both together and say that's a new character. That's not how that whatever the fuck, dude. I might as well stop saying that's not how that shit works with these people, because they gonna make it do whatever the fuck they want it to do. As BGS put in here, as the force turns. Yeah, that's what the Acolyte is from now on. Thank you, BGS. I'll use that for my title for number 8. As the force turns on his fucking head in his grave. Fucking hell, dude. How are they getting the drop on the Jedi? Because these Jedi don't know how to use the fucking force, LXT. They don't know how to use the force. They don't sense anything unless the plot tells them they need to sense it. But Leslie Hadlin understands this universe, and the people complaining about the show ain't real fans. So pretty much died a useless death. Yes, he did. Pointless and useless, like the rest of them Jedi that showed up. Why did Master Tobin drink the poison? Because he saw what the end of the script was, and he wanted out. No, the show made no sense, Coyote. No, it didn't. Master Tobin drinking the poison. I said it on my show on Sunday. It's funny if you watch this shit that you see the actors that you recognize in it, and then you think about the last thing that they did. The actor that's playing Master Tobin played Tomlin Baratheon in Game of Thrones. Well, what's the last thing he's remembered for doing? He was in a bunch of seasons, but what do you remember him doing? Dropping the fuck out the window, killing himself. She had him do the same shit in this show. That's not even fucking writing. For no reason. She just redid the same scene from Game of Thrones in this show and had him killing himself again. And as that actor, I would have thought that was a fucking insult. Why'd you write this scene? This seems like the shit I just did. How big is the check? All right, fuck it. I get to wear robes one time and get to have a lightsaber. Whatever the fuck. I can get a Star Wars check too. Thank you. Dumb shit. It's like Carrie Ann Moss doing all this Matrix Trinity shit. That's all it was. To give her shine like she was in the Matrix and she was Neo. Fucking hell, dude. Nothing in this series made sense. Yeah, no shit. What up, Ghost Illmatic? What the fuck? What the hell? He force choked soul? Yeah, she force choked the soul out of his ass. How'd she learn how to do that? Apparently now, certain Jedis don't need to learn how to do anything. Everybody can just do whatever the Force can do, right? My question is, why we introduce this shit about the thread and nobody's using the goddamn thread? I'm not seeing how it's any different. I appreciate you doing the hard work and watching this show so I didn't have to. Thank you for your service and your sacrifice. Yeah, I'm the patron saint of geekdom, man. I crawl up on the cross many a time watching shitty shows so you don't have to. And this is one of them. I'm home drinking alcohol to watch this shit. It's probably why I'm cussing a lot more. When maybe not. But it had to soothe my nerves a little bit. I was just talking to my buddy, HVAC Steven, at work today, and I saw him at work, and I said, so you showing up for the funeral? And he's like, no, I'm not watching this show tonight. I had to laugh. He knew exactly what the hell I was talking about. We hadn't rehearsed that. He knew exactly what I was talking about. Fucking hell, dude. It's a terrible show. Terrible. Wait, bleeding and enslaving the kyber crystal ain't the origin of the red kyber crystals? I need to read up on much more lore. No, it's not. No, it's not. The series that I always talk about that I really like, that I was watching the Acolyte, one of the reasons I was watching the Acolyte to see how much they stole from that shit, was the Lost Tribe of the Sith, right? And the Lost Tribe of the Sith was like 4 or 5 books, and they were ebooks, right? They came out around 2000 or so. And the setup for that world was on the planet of Kesh, which had these little blue-skinned aliens, right? This ship crashed back in Old Republic era, whatever, during the hyperspace wars. This ship full of kyber crystals, red kyber crystals, nobody bled them, crashed on this planet with Sith on board. It's way out there on the rim somewhere, right? And they're stranded. They can't get off. The Sith can't get off that planet. Nobody knows where the fuck they are. So they, in turn this whole civilization on this planet of Kesh into Sith. Now they got dragons like pterodactyls and shit that they can ride and all the rest of this, but they set up a whole Sith order in this bitch. The whole planet over generations. They all have red lightsabers. Nobody bled a stone. Kyber crystals was just something that you mind. Because they burn hotter. And Sith like it hot. Passion. Thought that was cool. This Clone Wars bullshit with Dave Filoni introduced that whole bleeding the stone. I never liked that. Because to me, that was canon breaking. Because it changed the origin of kyber crystals. Now it's not a mineral like you see everything else on this universe. It's not just a mineral now. Now you have to do something special to it. Oh, whatever the fuck, dude. I never liked that shit. I've never liked it. Never. So seeing it in this, it didn't make me go, ooh, that's cool. No, I don't give a fuck. I didn't like it. Somebody else may like it. I don't. That's just what it is for me. I just don't like that shit. Artisan, do you think this was hinting to the Knights of Ren? That's what some theories are saying out there. I never gave a shit about the Knights of Ren. That's more what I consider Star Wars backfilling. They threw these goddamn characters in a movie. Never gave him any real story whatsoever. And then after the movie sucked ass and people don't know who these characters is, why they were even important or anything like that, they went back and started making comics and books about this shit to try to flush these characters out. I call that backfilling because you didn't do that initially. You went back and tried to fill out this fucking story because people were upset. That means they never had an actual story. I don't like that shit. I don't give a fuck about the Knights of Ren. They were pointless characters in this shit. Because for my money, having watched episodes 7, 8, and 9, I would consider the people in The Last Jedi that Kylo and Rey were fighting as the Knights of Ren. I would consider them more the Knights of Ren than them fucking dudes in black that I saw in the last movie. Who were they? Who gives a fuck? Pointless. Pointless bullshit. More toys that you can buy, I guess. I haven't bought none of that shit. Oh no, they bought in Yoda shaking my damn head. Yeah, Ghost. Sorry. Yeah, they did bring in Yoda. Even though they weren't supposed to. And no, Beastly, I wouldn't kid you about some dumb shit like that. Shout out to Beastly Nerd for supporting the stream. Appreciate that, man. I know hate is a strong word, but I really fucking hate these people now. I know hate is a strong word too. That's why I used it. I hate what the fuck they've done with this. I hate what they've done to the Star Wars canon and universe. I do hate that. I do. There's nothing wrong with saying it. I can be very Sith-like. I know the creed, motherfucker. I hate what you did here. And feel however fuck you want about it because you did what you did and didn't give a fuck how I felt about it. And how I feel about it is I hate what you've done here. So I don't have a problem saying that word. It's English, motherfucker. Use it. Deal with it. I don't think it's going to matter in any sense. You're not going to change your ways and make a better show and say, we're sorry, we're going to wipe this out of canon altogether. You're not going to say that. So you don't give a fuck. Whatever. Then I don't have to give a fuck either. Landon laughing. Glad I could entertain you. If they can't get rid of the Kang Dynasty arc, they can get rid of this and we can act like it was never created. I will act like it was never created and I just had a fever dream. Unless it's funny. Otherwise, I don't want this to ever exist in my mind for any amount of time. I will file this away in my mind and wall off that portion of my memory library that to never be entered again. And hope for old age and senility to come and take that shit first. Shout out to BGS for supporting the stream. Appreciate you, BGS. He said, it sucks. Yeah, we know it, boy. Can't you hear it? It's sucking all the way from the Bay Area. That's what Leslie did with this show. She toured that shit. Oh, Beastly, let me give you your props, Beastly. Appreciate you supporting the stream. I will give you the power of many.
The power of one. The power of two. The power of many. The power of one. The power of two. The power of many.
And to the master teacher BGS, because I say that because every time I do, a hater grows his wings. Appreciate you supporting the stream. I will give you as well the power of many. Appreciate you, BGS.
The power of one. The power of two. The power of many. The power of one. The power of two. The power of many.
LXT said, give me a week or 2 weeks of reading. I could come up with something better than this. You don't even need that much time. If you've watched any of the original 6 Star Wars movies, you could probably come up with a better story than this just from that. And have it not break canon. Because you wouldn't set out to intentionally break canon. You wouldn't write. Look at it this way. Everybody who does fan fiction, or I'll just say, for what I know of people who do fan fiction, you can look them up on YouTube that have done whole movies and stuff of this shit. They don't break canon. They don't. They introduce interesting stuff, but they don't break canon. Because that's what people love about this shit. These people do not love it. They do not love Star Wars at all. That's why they can do the shit that they do. And be like, what? You don't like what I did? No. You don't have any love, lust for this at all. You don't like this at all. And like is the lowest form of it. You like what it can do for you, but you don't like the property itself. Yeah, it can give you some notoriety. It can give you some people to look in your dumbass direction and give you some credence. Well, I've made a Star Wars show. No, you made a show. It wasn't Star Wars. You like that part of it, what it can do for you, elevate your career and shit. But you don't like the fan base, the material, the creator, none of that shit. You don't like the world. You don't like the characters because you would do things like this to all of it. To all of it. This shit wouldn't make a good fan fiction. Because if it's boring to look at, think about reading it. You've heard some of the dumbass lines coming out of these actors' mouths. Could you read that in a book and be like, wow, this is gripping? No, absolutely not, dude. Oh, God. I'm gonna have to shut this down and go see what Theory had to say about this shit, because I know he probably gonna be livid or crying, one or the other. And I actually want to see that, not because I just want to see him in anguish, just because I respect people who love Star Wars. I respect people who really know Star Wars, and those are the people that I want to hear respond to this shit. Not these motherfuckers that just steal people content and use what they said and repeat it out their mouth with a bigger megaphone. Not them people. No. I like the people who can actually do like I'm doing, sit on a camera and give you a live reaction from their wetware about what's happening in the shit. Those are the people I respect. And so far, it's only two of them. Shout out to Sportaholic. Appreciate you, Sportaholic, for supporting the stream. Strong is the censorship in this super chat. Really? Really? I just added it up. I don't have a big enough channel to garner a lot of super chats on this. But I know if I go to somebody else's channel, they're going to be blowing up with super chats. But I wasn't promoting it like that. There's a banner on the screen for a reason, so I have to repeat that shit often. But I appreciate you guys coming through. This was an impromptu, and I am in the Black's Manosphere section of YouTube doing a watch where you couldn't see what was happening without your own Disney Plus. It's okay. I didn't want to get my channel struck, but trust me, hearing it was worse than watching it. Or no, excuse me, watching it was worse than hearing it. I did you a favor. Ugh. I'm not watching that shit ever again. Let me make sure I go back and take this shit off my goddamn list. Let me remove it. Uncheck this motherfucker. Like, I don't want to see this shit again, dude. I do not want to see this shit again. I do not. I'm done with that. I'm going to go back to watching the Supercell. And I'm going to watch some of that again so I can do my review of that, because I want more people to watch that than this piece of shit that people just saw. Anyway, shout out to Sportaholic. Appreciate you, Sportaholic. I will give you the power of many. Appreciate you, Sportaholic.
Power of one. The power of two. The power of many. The power of one. The power of two. The power of many.
All right. With that, this full-length video will be up on my Patreon, Shop Talk with Artist and MC, and the review portion will get cut up, and it should be up tomorrow. I'll spend the time and put it up tonight, even though it's going to be a lot of stuff to throw in there, and I got to use the duck sound effect a lot to cut out the F words. But, you know, I'll do what I do with it. But thank you guys for showing up. It was impromptu. I just figured I got home in time to do it. I have not even showered from work. I just sat down and watched this and got shit on. So I'm in the stream and go take a shower and wash this stuff off and really think about my choices in life about watching this show for 8 episodes and how much I must be a masochist. I just like putting myself through torture. Boy, it is something I must enjoy. I must enjoy it. So with that, appreciate you guys coming through for the day. And check out Shop Talk Live every Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Or not, excuse me, not Shop Talk Live. Jesus, I am tired. The Hero's Journey every Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific time on this channel. And I will see you next time when we have something better to watch and review. Peace.
I saw, I'm conquered, I'm bald. Yeah. I saw, I'm conquered, I'm bald. Yeah. Yo, we should get